Hello there, I'm Big Alias. Happy to you? Hello, how are you? Now I'm going to take my first sip of the year. We have some wine today. We're sitting down with some wine and we're going to have a chat. We need to have a chat, you and I. We need to have a little chin wag. I've got some wine in a winter whiskey mug. We're going to sit here. Just like a woman who's just been through a breakup and has sat in her apartment dressed like Harley Quinn. This is 2026. We are finally here. We've made it to the new year. I don't know when to wish people a happy new year. Is it on the date? Is it on the 1st or the 31st? I think logically it would make more sense if it was on the 1st, right? Because then you're celebrating the actual day. You know, we don't celebrate Christmas Eve, but I think the big difference is we celebrate, we kind of celebrate New Year's on the day before, don't we? So it just makes it all feel different. But I don't know which day to celebrate. I don't even know why we're having this discussion right now, but we are. It's New Year's Day. It's 2026, and it's crazy. I've already explained. Excuse me. I still have my cough. I already explained in my previous video about how difficult 2025 was. So I think that 2026 is it's a completely different beast. It's one of the bigger New Year's, in my opinion, that I've had for a long time. I just watched my first ever New Year commentary. Awful, by the way. Oh, what a rough commentary. Not a good one. But I watched it. I just did a massive cough, by the way. In case there's a gap there, I'm going to cut that up. But yeah, I watched this old video from 2011, and I was not very charismatic in the video. Not that I am now, but I really wasn't back then. A lot of bad jokes. The issue was, back then I didn't realize that sometimes you need someone else present for a punchline, so I would always provide the punchline, there'd just be dead air.
Anyway, hello there, and it looks like we've reached our final commentary of the year. Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you have a good New Year, and have lots of drink. And don't get too drunk. No, you know what? I'm not going to give you advice. I'm probably not the kind of guy who should go stay off the alcohol, kids. It's bad for you and stuff and junk.
But I remember saying, I had in the video that I wasn't up to much and I didn't really do very much. And it's crazy how much that's contrasted. 2025 was my busiest year. Not on this channel, you didn't see any of it. But it was just a tremendously busy year for me. I had so much going on, and not in a good way. A lot of driving back and forth, running back and forth, organising things, getting logistic a lot going on. I've said in my previous video what a rough year it was, and it really was. So going into 2026, I just think I have a lot in stock currently. There's a lot, to ponder and to work through. And I was kind of working through that at the tail end of 2025. So going into 2026, I wanted this clean slate feeling and let's start again and work through, just beginning again and doing everything, on a clean slate. I said clean slate and then described what it meant 3 times. But that was the goal for this year. And it's difficult. I don't feel that way. Going into 2026, this feels like one of the least transitional periods leading into a new year that I've had. Typically I'm able to convince my brain that new year and it's a clean slate and you can start things again and do things again, and I know it's bollocks, I know it's horseshit. We've just done a rotation around the sun, but I'm still able to tell myself that things could be different and things could be new, and I think that 2025 was so intense and had so much negativity going on that I'm just not able to transition into or convince myself that things are going to be different and things are going to be new. I think that I just can't tell my brain that, and I have a lot of baggage going into 2026. I have a lot to work through. Like I said, I was working on that at the end of 2025, and I do have a lot of things to be optimistic about. I'm seeing a tremendous person at the moment and having a great time who is helping me through all of this and beginning again. I have peace and just being happy and experiencing things. That's what I have in the head, the headspace in the horizon for 2026 is just experiencing things and having a good time and enjoying myself. And not to kind of sound a little bit, I don't know, full of myself. Well, maybe not full of myself, but self-centered. I want to do things for myself. I want to kind of put myself first every now and then and enjoy myself. And that's going to be a difficult thing to do. I don't want to sound like I'm virtue signaling, but I'm definitely the type of person to sort of go, well, no, this needs to be dealt with before I can spend money on myself, or go here, or do this, or do that. And that is something I'm working on in 2026. But most of all, it's just equilibrium. I just want to... I'm not at a state of equilibrium. 15 years ago in that commentary, happy anniversary, by the way, the equilibrium was what I was experiencing, and I need to sort of get back there whilst maintaining things. Back then I had nothing. I was living with my parents. I was only 17, come on. I was living with my parents, playing Xbox all day, I wasn't really maintaining it. I had no responsibility. I had nothing to juggle. I wasn't even paying rent. But now, fast forward 15 years and I have so much going on, so many things. I have to maintain a house. I've got a daughter, who I see every weekend. I have a new partner who, again, is this amazing person, but who I need to be the best that I can be for as well. And that makes sense. I'm sorry, but I always believe that if you're in a relationship, you should be or a parent. In any dynamic way, your sort of state is considered, you should be the best version of yourself, and I can't help feeling that way. I always will. So that's how I feel in this relationship, and that's how I'm going to work through that. So there's a lot to do, but I do want to reach a state of equilibrium where I feel stable again. I haven't felt stable for years. It's been a very long time. God, it's so many years I haven't felt stable, and I want to. I want to feel as though I'm not balancing this tightrope constantly, and I'm just able to switch off and enjoy myself, which during certain periods last year, I wouldn't say consistently, it wasn't a straight line, it was like these little bunches here and there. I did feel that way. There were definitely periods where I was able to say to myself, like, I actually kind of don't care, and I'm going with the flow, and that's an amazing feeling. Obviously, I need to balance that a little bit more. I can't just feel that way all the time because I have, the responsibility of parenthood to consider. But no, it is a good feeling, and I do want to get back to a state of equilibrium and stability. That's where I want to be with life, and optimism. If I can feel stable, then that's the foundation and the groundwork for feeling positive. And I don't think you can circumnavigate that. I don't think you can go straight to positivity and optimism and feeling as though everything's going to be okay until you reach stability and equilibrium, and that's what I'm aiming for. In terms of the channel, and how everything's been here, what's going to happen in 2026? I don't know, and I think it's a great question because it's a question without an answer, and I think questions without an answer are the best questions, and this has no answer at all. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I will say, tremendous year for the channel. I've said this in my previous video. I realized that I've actually added 30% to my total view count. And if you really think about it, to an extent, I've added. So we've gone from 200,000 to 300,000 views in 2025, which is just astronomical. I've been doing this for 15 years. For me to add 30% of my view count in 1 year is absolutely insane, and it feels great. So I want to, and of course it's thanks to all the shorts, which I'm having a great time, doing, and I really enjoy doing those shorts. I've actually downloaded an editing app that's like a dedicated YouTube editing app that they kept pushing on me. It's a little bit unintuitive at times, but it's a great basic app, and I've already posted a short that has like a green screen effect on it. So actually the shorts should get a little bit better this year, and I definitely intend to keep posting those like crazy, but I also want to post these long form lives. Now, I'm not promising anything, but I do want to do these long form videos again. Obviously I had a very tumultuous year, so I wasn't able to figure it out logistically, but I might be able to now, and if that's the case, then I'd love to do more of these. I often have a lot more to get off my chest. It's going to take more than 10 seconds or 20 seconds or however long, so I need videos like this, and I really do genuinely love doing these videos. As much as I enjoy the shorts, these are my favorite types of videos. I love chatting, but I understand that people would rather see the short form content, which is fine. It means that I'm doing good short form content, so I'm very happy about it. God, I hate that word, content, and I used it. God, I hate it. It just means thing. It's not a production, it just means thing. But yeah, that's great. Going into 2026, there's a lot of uncertainty. I'm sorry, I couldn't tell you exactly how things are going to be. Oh, and I forgot to do my top of 2025. So my favorite film of 2025 was Sinners. My favorite album was Billy Woods Gollywog, and I couldn't tell you what my favorite game was. I really didn't play many 2025 games. I'll have a think about it, but I really can't think of like what my favorite would have been from this year. Which is a little bit disappointing because typically I do have a game of the year, but I just don't this year. But anyway, like I said, this year, it's currently unstable, and I will keep you updated as to whether I'm able to reach a sense of stability and equilibrium. But that is the goal for this year. And let me know what yours are in the comments. If anyone watches this and you want to leave a comment, let me know what your goals for 2026 are, because I would genuinely love to know. And I think that feeding that off of people is a good idea. It gives you ideas. And I will see everyone later.
The PlayStation is only $149, and you can also get leading titles.